Good morning, friends. I would like to continue from where I had left in the previous class. Tourism, as we all know, is the movement of an individual from his place of origin to any other place, basically for leisure and pleasure purposes, and then again back, and it should not be connected with any remunerative activity. On top of that, it is it should not be more than 24 hours, should not be less than 24 hours, and should not be more than 6 months. It has been derived from the Latin word tornus, which means spokes of a wheel. When discussed about motives in tourism, motivation is the desire which actually impels a person to achieve and aspire for greater excellence. Either it may be in a positive way or it may be in a negative way. There are external motives in tourism which can influence tourists and pull them towards a certain motivation and subsequent decision. Extrinsic motivation here, a tourist gets motivated by external factors such as money and the need to feel competent on the scale of expenditure and performance. The category of internal motivations is linked to people's desire to visit their relatives, friends, family, and ancestral homelands, or ethnic tourism, or to meet new people and seek new alliances and intimacies. The motivation also finds manifestation in an individual's desire associated with an escape from his normal environment and surroundings. According to the push and pull concept, Crompton in 1979, push factors explains the desire for travel, while the pull motives have been used to explain the actual destination choice. 9 motivations of leisure travelers were identified and classified, 7 as socio-travelers, 7 as socio-psychological or push motives, and 2 as cultural or pull motives. The 7 push motives were escape from a perceived mundane environment, exploration and evaluation of self, relaxation, prestige, regression, enhancement of kinship relations, and facilitation of social interaction. The pull motives were novelty and education. Maslow in 1943, Abraham Maslow, identified 2 motivational types: tension-reducing motives, arousal-seeking motives. There are 5 needs forming a hierarchy progressing from the lower to the higher needs. At the bottom are the basic needs of food, water, and air. Then above them is the need for safety, security, and protection. The higher needs in this hierarchy only come into focus when the lower needs in the pyramid are met. Once an individual has moved upwards to the next level, needs in the lower level will no longer be prioritized. Maslow's theory, Cooper et al. Has questioned Maslow's theory, saying that why and how Maslow selected the basic 5 needs remain unclear, although Page feels that it has relevance in understanding how human action is understandable and predictable compared to research which argues that human behavior is essentially irrational. It's irrational and unpredictable. Though much criticism about Maslow's theory, the tourism literature has borrowed a lot from Maslow since he provides a convenient set of containers that can be relatively labeled and provide a useful framework for understanding psychological motivational factors in tourism. Therefore, for example, although the apparent purpose of a trip may be for shopping, the underlying psychological motivation may be to impress their neighbors and gain higher social status. Our peers, using the concept of travel ladder when investigating motivation for tourism, suggested that motivations are multivariate and can depend upon a series of factors, and it is dynamic, changing particularly as a result of aging and life cycle stage. In Peirce's model, motivation listed can be divided into 2 categories. The needs may be self-centered or directed at others. Thus, for instance, relaxation may be a solo exercise where the holiday maker seeks a quiet, restful time alone, or it can be relaxation in the company of others, springing from the need for external excitement and desire for novelty. Stimulation can be self-directed, which springs from the concern for own safety, or it can be directed towards others, arising out of the concern for others' safety. Relationship can be self-directed, which means giving love and affection and maintaining relationships, or it can be directed at others, which means receiving affection to be with group membership. Conclusion. Finally, I'd like to conclude by saying that Chadwick provided a simplified categorization of why people travel under 3 main headings. These are as follows: pleasure, leisure, culture, active sports, visiting friends and relatives, professional, meeting, missions, business, etc. Classifying tourist behaviors have important implications for the study of the impact of tourism on destination. Shaw and Williams opines that many of the typologies are based around identifying the significant traits of tourists. According to Klanoski, travel behavior is motivated by two sets of factors. One that influences or pushes a person to consider traveling outside his or her everyday environment, and another set that attracts or pulls that person to visit a particular destination. Thank you so much.